Peace, God. Peace to the gods. First and foremost, I'd like to say I'm grateful, thankful, and honored to be in the presence of Source Light Code, the Chief and Emperor of Light Crown Melanin. Thank you for your guidance and wisdom. So earlier, Code and I were having a conversation, and it got profound, and I slept on it. And now that I'm up, I just feel ready to communicate. So I was requesting a massage, right? And with the massage is like wanting a lot of pressure and stuff. And just went on a quest about that. Like, are you like so much pressure, and what is it with feeling tense up and tight? And I was trying to stay superficial with it, like, oh, I just like it and enjoy it, blah blah. But started being more profound with it. Went on a quest of seeing how I've been expressing this pattern of not communicating. And I see not communicating is like torture. You're torturing yourself. I was torturing myself. And that's also how like becoming hedonism started, right? Because he was asking me some questions, and I was just like, he was like, what pain do you still got? What pain do you still got? And I was just like, no, I feel like I've made peace with everything. Yeah, I made peace with everything. Like, if you would have asked me that, a few years ago, yeah, I would have been crying about this and that. But no, like, I'm good. So, going on the quest, going on the questions, asking the questions, going on the quest. Okay, being a heathenist, right? Because something I said is, I was like, I don't know, like, I used to make this comment saying I feel like I came out the womb angry. And, learning that, really playing that tough girl, tough guy act is really like coming from a place of hurt. And so it's really I just thinking about it now, like it was like a misspoken basically, like really, like I just came out into this world like this sad, like I just came in sad. And so with the hedonism thing, because like, okay, so if I'm like this, right, and then I was expressing a pattern of needing to communicate, wanting to, but then shutting myself down as well. So with the heathenist part, that's why I was, going to the alcohol, going to the sex, going to marijuana, going to just other distractions, right? Because it was making me feel good. Especially like with THC, it's like with that, I feel like that's when I can like really feel my nervous system. And because basically with not communicating, I've made myself insensitive. I'm thinking like, oh, because going back to that mirror concept, I'm looking at the mirror like, man, y'all sensitive. But it's like, that's good. You want to feel. You feel me? Like you want to feel. So it's really me being insensitive is the problem. And that's why I was experiencing conversations, people and places and things the way I was, because not being sensitive. And right, okay, so with the weed, back to the weed. Like I felt it was feeling like when I did consume the THC that okay, now it's like I can feel like, ooh, and you can even notice the difference, like, oh, more childlike, more you know, smiley and stuff like that. It's like feeling like I can feel my nervous system and all that. But the reason why it doesn't last is because, okay, now once it's worn off, I'm back in this. So, you know, I'm thinking, oh, I just need to smoke, or I just need to do all these other pleasure-seeking things. And it's like, no, I need to be sensitive. I need to communicate. I am communicating. I do communicate. And, yeah, express that. So, like, now that I'm thinking, like, okay, what have I not been communicating about? And it's like one of the thoughts that came to my head is like crying about my mom passing away. Because I remember like expressing that pattern of not communicating, right? Like at her funeral, like I was telling myself not to cry. Like I was embarrassed or insecure about crying in front of everybody, even though we in a environment where everybody crying. Everybody here crying, bro. Sis, everybody here crying. So what do you mean you're insecure about crying right now? But that was me expressing that pattern of not communicating, and yeah, so I'm holding back on tears about that, and that's probably why I cry a lot even now, because I've suppressed it. So now that doing the talking and opening up and communicating, it's like, ooh, it's coming out in different forms too, like little crying, little nose blowing. So yes. Right. So, yeah. So now it's like, okay, how do I become more sensitive? Because I'm a water sign. I'm a Cancer. So it's like, it's already there, you know? So it's like, going back to fighting self. Like, no, no. So, yes. Glad I made this video. This will be my second time posting a video similar like this, like when I'm just like, man, but I think it's my duty to show all aspects of this, like when I'm smiling and happy and dancing at the beach and in the garden, and also when I'm like, man, I just realized like this and that and blah blah blah, and I need to be more sensitive. And it's amazing because I've been making that like an affirmation, low key. Reading, you know, my sun sign as a Cancer talks about being sensitive. So reading my chart objectively is like, yeah, I've been feeding that into my subconscious. And so seeing how it all just germinated, that's muy bien. I'm grateful, thankful, and honored. All right, coming up on 10 minutes, so that's this. I think I'll title this Becoming a Heathenist, and we moving on from it, because when I can feel more, I know that peace, joy, long suffering, communicating, energy, spirit it's just there already, you know. I just gotta tap it, you know, express it. So I appreciate you watching this video. As you see, that helped just getting those thoughts out and